Good evening, I'm Byron Scott with a CTV News update. Well, the Maryland General Assembly kicks off its 445th legislative session this afternoon. This will mark the first time in 8 years that Democrats will lead both chambers and the executive branch once Governor-elect Wes Moore is sworn in next week. They could make a difference on the speed at which legislation is enacted, since Democrats spent many hours overturning vetoes by outgoing Governor Larry Hogan. Meantime, some Democrats say criminal reform is a top priority. Senator C. Anthony Muse says he plans to continue working on expungements for those with criminal records. Muse won back a seat after 4 years out of politics.
There are minor and very few crimes that are in the Expungement Act. I want to broaden that for people who 20 years they've not gotten in trouble. 20 years they're now parents or preachers or deacons or teachers, but they still have the record. There's got to be a way for us to know here's the limit and here is where one is eligible, whether it was a violent crime or not. What does that mean, and how do we push that to know that their record of who they are today is more important than what they did yesteryear?
We have a hospital in Prince George's County, especially in my district, the Capital Region Hospital, that's full to capacity. So there's going to be discussion and about bringing funding home to expand our healthcare, access to healthcare in the community. And so much money and support that we need on the state level. And what we're going to be doing is working with our delegation and our county executive to make sure we bring resources home for the projects we have in our communities.
And there is a much more racially and ethnically diverse legislative body this year. There are also more women among the freshman lawmakers, 3 of the 8 new senators and 15 of the 40 new delegates. And legislators also have a wide range in age, from 25-year-old freshman delegate Joe Vogel of Montgomery County and 2 Baltimore County lawmakers who are aged 72. Well, with the legislative session underway, economic development is one of the top priorities on Prince George's County leaders, in particular the Blue Line Corridor project targeting areas near the Blue Line metro stations. The county secured $400 million last session. They hope to bring home more funding this session.
This is what we started a couple of years ago around Arena Drive and some of those areas, Seat Pleasant, District Heights. But we'll continue to come here to seek funding for road improvements and to make sure that we're able to attract businesses, restaurants, entertainment.
One of the things I'm working a lot on is on the Blue Line Corridor in my district, particularly how do we grow our economy, how do we spend the $400 million we secured last year to make sure that the people in the shadow of the stadium get what was promised to them 30 years ago, but also we do it in a way that, develops new housing, restaurants, jobs and opportunities, but doesn't price out the people who are already there, right? The culture of the community that will remain intact.
Goals of the plan include increasing the number of people who live and work in the county, increasing commercial tax collections, and preserving housing affordability. Well, airlines are back in the skies across the country following a grounding by the Federal Aviation Administration. The FAA halted all flights nationwide early this morning due to an outage of its notice-to-air mission system. It caused flight delays and cancellations for thousands of travelers, including some at BWI Marshall and Reagan National Airports. Officials from BWI tweeted that residual delays can be expected. Well, here are the latest COVID-19 numbers for our area. The Maryland Department of Health has confirmed 899 new cases. The positivity rate in Prince George's County is down to 16.32%. 9 people have died of COVID over the past 24 hours, and 830 people are hospitalized. And you're watching CTV News. I'm Byron Scott. More news in a moment. Stay tuned.
911, operator 901. Where's the emergency?
127 Brynmere.
Okay, what's going on there?
I'd like to order a pizza for delivery.
Ma'am, you've reached 911. This is an emergency line.
Large with half pepperoni, half mushroom.
You've called 911. This is an emergency line.
Do you know how long it'll be?
Okay, ma'am, is everything okay over there? Do you have an emergency or not?
Yes.
And you're unable to talk because...
Right.
Okay, is there someone in the room with you? Just say yes or no.
Yes.
Okay, it looks like I have an officer about a mile from your location. Are there any weapons in your house?
No.
Can you stay on the phone with me?
No. See you soon. Thank you.
Welcome back. A rent strike at a Hyattsville apartment complex is underway with 35 units taking part. Residents at Woods at Hillcrest, along with the immigrant advocacy group CASA, announced the rent strike on Monday. Tenants are protesting living conditions and steep rent increases at 2 Prince George's apartments. Organizers say the city of Hyattsville has agreed to send in inspectors to look at the condition of the units. Meantime, County Council member Crystal Oriata has introduced a rent stabilization bill aimed at stopping extravagant rent hikes.
We have people that their rent's going up by 15%, 20%. So what this is going to do is cap it at 3% for 6 months while we can work on a permanent solution around rent stabilization and affordable housing.
Well, the city of Laurel is considering a rent stabilization measure as well. Well, there are worries about illegal dumping in Oxon Hill. Take a look at this social media post. It shows items that have been dumped near the self-storage plus the storage unit is located on the 900 block of Southern Avenue in Oxon Hill. Now, reports indicate the massive amount of trash has been dumped behind the gated wall next to the facility. Well, the Maryland Hospital Association says there is a major need for more permanent medical staff at hospitals nationwide. Statewide, that is. The association says many hospitals in Maryland are dependent on contract labor. Officials say there are about 20,000 job openings that include nurses, lab technologists, and respiratory therapists.
We have openings. If you're qualified, there's places to. There's a lot of hospitals that have jobs open, and if you are interested in the field but haven't gained the credentials, we want to help you find ways to get into the training pipeline. And it's not just nurses and doctors.
For more information on the job openings in the medical profession here in Maryland, visit the website on your screen. Well, Prince George's police are investigating social media threats targeting middle school students. Investigators say 4 students at a county middle school received threatening demands by way of the social media accounts. They were ordered to pay $1,000 or face harm. Police say the targeted students come from Spanish-speaking families. Parents are advised to monitor their children's use of social media and limit their activities on platforms and report any suspicious activity to police. Well, more news and sports after the break. Stay tuned.
Simon Bugs. And coming up, head coach of the Bowie State men's basketball team, Darryl Brooks, talks about his team's rocky season. And also, after 2 years of missing out on the playoffs, the Commanders are looking to make some changes. Stay tuned.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. Can you see anything different as a pill? No. You don't know?
Fentanyl is being mixed into everything now. There's only one thing that will save somebody's life. That is naloxone nasal spray.
Fentanyl, it's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable.
Why would drug dealers put a lethal dose of fentanyl in drugs if they know it's so harmful?
Really just all about the money.
I just didn't realize that one pill could change your whole life.
More kids should know.
Welcome back. A dozen Prince George's Public School seniors received coveted scholarships. The school system has announced that 12 seniors are now Posse Scholars. The Posse Foundation is awarding the students four-year full tuition college scholarships. School officials say more than 60 students in the Prince George's County have been Posse Scholarship recipients since 2013. Well, the holiday season may be over, but a Prince George's Council member and the Good Trouble Foundation want to remind everyone that the time to give is year-round. Council Vice Chair Walla Blagay and Good Trouble founder Renee Clark have come together to help support residents staying at the Promise Place Men's Shelter.
It's the Martin Luther King Day of Service donation drive for individuals to drop off toiletry items, sheets, pillows, things to help our men in the shelter here in Prince George's County. It's important to serve in our community, honoring the life of John Lewis. We want to serve others. And like Dr. King said, you know, our life's most persistent question is, what are we doing for others?
We need more support programs for those in need, and we can start by doing things to help them now. So what we want people to do is contribute. Come to the Starbucks in Largo. Bed sheets, pillows, face masks, toiletry needs, all of the needs that you feel that someone at a men's shelter would need.
And if you'd like to donate to the cause, the drop box is located inside the Starbucks in Largo on Campus Way South. And now a look at the world of sports with Simon Buggs.
The season for the Bowie State men's basketball team hasn't gone as planned so far. The team is currently 4-14 on the year, and I spoke to head coach Daryl Brooks, and he says that the team's lack of consistency has been an issue this season. But if the team were able to fix this, he believes that the team will be able to win more ball games. The Bulldogs take the court against Lincoln University on Saturday at 4 o'clock. In other news, the Washington Commanders have parted ways with offensive coordinator Scott Turner. This resulted from another disappointing season on the offensive side of the ball, where the team ranked 20th in total yards as well as 26th in points. Turner served as the Commanders' OC for 3 seasons. And moving on to hockey, the Capitals will take the ice tonight as they go up against the Philadelphia Flyers at 7 o'clock. The Washington Wizards will also take the court tonight as they face off against the Chicago Bulls at 7 o'clock as well. Simon Buggs, CTV Sports.
Now time for Pet of the Week.
We have Cleo. She's a 3-year-old German Shepherd. She is already spayed. She is extremely sweet and lovable. She definitely attaches herself to her people, so she has some separation anxiety. She was brought back because she did chew up some things in the household, so she definitely needs somebody who is going to tire her out and then maybe crate her during the day while they're gone at work. Maybe she needs another dog friend to keep her busy. As far as we know, she's friendly with other dogs and cats. We can do dog-to-dog interactions, so any adopter that's interested in coming to meet Cleo, they can also bring their dog and they can meet Cleo and just make sure everyone is comfortable before moving forward. She is such a sweet girl. She's so beautiful and definitely needs a loving home to go to.
And if you're looking to adopt a pet, call 301-780-7200. And now look at our weather forecast. Tonight, rain likely with lows around 38 degrees. Thursday, cloudy with possible rain, highs around 57. Friday and Saturday, mostly sunny conditions with highs ranging from 42 to 53 degrees. And that's CTV News for now. I'm Byron Scott. We'll see you tomorrow night. Good night.
No more. It's none of my business.
No more. I'm sure they'll work it out.
No more. It only happened once.
No more. He said he was sorry. No more. Why doesn't she just leave?
No more. Not my problem.
No more. But he has such a bright future.
No more. He didn't mean it.
No more bystanding.
No more ignorance.
No more excuses. No more.
If you smoked, get scanned. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.